My name is Lillian Isabella, and I am a New Yorker, born and raised. And I have the rare genetic condition phenylketonuria, also known as PKU. I've had it since I was born. It's a metabolically inherited genetic condition. Basically, I can't break down the amino acid phenylalanine, which is found in food that's high in protein. I have never eaten meat in my entire life. I can't eat cheese, yogurt, eggs, beans, nuts. There's an enzyme that breaks down phenylalanine. It just happens naturally, organically. But with my body, that enzyme isn't working correctly. So phenylalanine builds up. And when phenylalanine builds up in a person's body, it eats away at the protective covering around your nerves, which disrupts signals to the brain. This has wide-ranging consequences, but the good news is that it is diagnosed at birth with newborn screening, and you're able to be put on a low-protein diet immediately. And when you're on that low protein diet, which requires special medical foods and formulas, you're able to live a normal, thriving life. Between the ages of 1 and 3, when your brain is still developing, is the most highly important time to be on a low protein diet. Meaning, if you're not on a low protein diet within that window of time, the ramifications are pretty dramatic long term for the quality of life that you're able to lead. However, it's very important to be kept on medical foods for the whole rest of your life when you have PKU. I am currently in grad school. I'm attending Columbia University and I'm majoring in narrative medicine, working towards my Master of Science. And I have an undergrad degree in theater from NYU Tisch School of the Arts. And I also work in marketing, and I'm a producer. And so I have a lot of things going on at once, all of which I'm capable of doing because of my medical foods that I have access to in New York. Medical foods are an important distinction from regular foods because they're not something that you can just go pick up in the grocery store. So it's nutrition that is formulated for me specifically in a lab. The formula that I drink has all of the essential ingredients that I'm missing from regular food because my body can't break it down on its own. And your body is able to just do that naturally when you don't have PKU. But with PKU, I just wouldn't get those things without the formula that is specially made for me in a lab and then prescribed to me by my doctor. And then the low protein foods, so phenylketonuria, PKU, exists on a spectrum of protein tolerance. So I am on maybe the middle towards higher end of tolerance, where I'm able to have 20 grams of protein a day. Some people with PKU can only have 1 gram of protein a day. To give context on what that means, a banana, one singular banana, has 1 gram of protein in it. So if an individual whose protein tolerance is 1 gram of protein a day does not have access to medical foods and formulas, they'd only be able to eat a banana every day, which is malnutrition and starvation. So the medical foods come in and provide a really essential life support for people with PKU. Before there was this treatment, people with PKU who were undiagnosed and untreated with this low protein medical foods diet, they would often end up in assisted living facilities, unable to control body movements with serious developmental delays, and they wouldn't be able to function on their own. But with the treatment and with medical foods, we're able to live fully thriving lives. I'm just grateful to be able to speak to you all, even remotely, to talk about the importance of medical foods in my life. It's made a profound difference for me. The capacity to be able to go to undergraduate school and then graduate school, as well as have a thriving career as a marketer, playwright, producer, is all made possible because of the medical foods that I have been lucky enough to have under my current insurance plan and in New York State. So when you hear medical foods, know it's not something you can get in the grocery store. It's something very specially formulated for people with certain conditions, and it is necessary food for that person to be thriving in society as opposed to the alternative.